Hey, this is David. David Richardson is my name. I'm sure you've heard of the expressions of can we talk? My question is, will you listen to what I want to talk to you about? That's what I want to talk about. Again, David Richardson is my name. You see my picture on the screen three times. And that there for a reason. One plus one does equal one. And I'm trying to demonstrate that to you to show you that I'm just one individual. Sometimes we refer to it as me, myself, and I, but only still we only see just one individual. But one plus one does equal one because the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is just one God. And it's not about that. I just wanted to demonstrate to you my ability to try to get you to think outside of the box. And my pictures, you see, is in a box. And I'm trying to express in this demonstration as to how and why we should all say always think outside of the box. We're talking about something here now that's a phenomenal. It's called Good Life USA. That's what I'm going to be talking about from this point on. Good Life USA. And I wanted to make this presentation and let's say your first reaction or the first uh, impression is the lasting one. I just want to try to impress upon you the purpose of what I'm talking about is to give you something. I honestly do believe that God, and that's why I put him in this picture, God meant it when he said to you and I that it is more blessed to give than it is to receive because he gave us something and you cannot take it away. No one can take away what he have given us, but it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. So what I'm talking about in this entire presentation is to give you something, and I hope you accept it, but because it is a gift, it's going to bless you when I give it to you, and I hope for you to once you receive the blessing that it's going to give you, that you will duplicate the process by giving the blessing to someone else. What am I talking about? So glad you asked. I'm talking about $2,200. On the screen in this slide, you'll see a black card on the left, $2,000 black card, and on your right, you'll see a $200 black card. That's $2,200 that I want to give you. Yes, you accept it. It's yours within the next fast as you can make a phone call, and you're gonna get the $2,200. How you gonna do and how can you use it? 100% online use only. That's how you're going to use it. 100% online use only. Now let me introduce the company. Good Life USA, Good Life USA Canada, Good Life USA the Philippines. We are in three different countries and now we're growing. Our goal is the seven continents and the seven seas. That's the goal. And I can suggest to you that the multi-trillion dollar industry for which Good Life is in is will give you an idea as to how and why they give away so much money and how they make so much money by giving so much money away because God has already expressed that it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. So the company makes more money by giving it away than they do by trying to, well, I won't go into that. How you activate the card is just simply enter the activation code that's on the back of the card, the black card, and it's on the bottom of the blue card on the right, at the bottom on the right corner of the blue card. You simply take that code and enter it into the activation code and enter it and confirm it and click the submit button and you're on your way. That's now activated. The $2,200 is no longer the plastic card. It's now $2,200. And to get yours right now, call 301-338-1259 and someone at the support staff is going to give you the information, which is going to be the VIP club cards activation code. They're going to give you those codes, and you can then activate your $2,200. It is actually just that simple. So the question is, are you listening to what I'm telling you? Because once you activate your card, then you are going to discover a whole lot of things that you didn't know you had that you could have simply by just accepting the gift that I want to give you. What am I talking about? I'm talking about you creating your own VIP account. Yep. Using the what you see in the blue activation code, that TK0249123, that's an example. It's not real now. Example of the activation code. The activation code does consist of the TK0249123, but not in this particular instance because this is an example. But once you receive your code and you activate it, then you now gonna create your account using the same code. You see what I'm saying? So you enter your email, confirm your email, enter into your password, confirm your password, list a mobile phone or a phone number. It could be a Google phone or any phone number that you that you list is going to be the phone number that the company will call you on, your first and your last name, and your zip code, and hit the submit button. When you do that, you're on your way. Now your VIP card is now usable online. Where? And some similar to this. Now, let me put a pin there before I show you the next slide, because all your persons in the Philippines, you can now do the same thing. All those persons in Canada, you already doing the same thing. All those persons in America, you already using the same thing. But I'm just telling those persons in Canada, those persons in the Philippines, and those persons in the United States, you can enroll people in Canada if you're living in the United States or in the Philippines, and you can enroll people in the Philippines if you're living in Canada or the United States. You see, so it doesn't really matter where you are. You can now enroll people in all of those places. And what we're talking about is that the 7 continents of the 7 seas visit these places. Yep, they surely do all year round. And what we're now trying to show you is how you're going to take advantage of this opportunity. Our private travel and lifestyle club gives you an access to our booking engine. Yep, a booking engine. And as a result of having the booking engine, there's other minimals that go along with having a booking engine that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I just want to stop by here to show you why you want to be involved with Good Life USA, because they're not just Good Life USA anymore. They're Good Life USA Canada, they're Good Life USA the Philippines, and soon to be the Dominican Republic. Good Life USA Canada is an enrollment wizard at how you set up your account with either in Canada or either in America or either in the Philippines, and which I just showed you. So all you have to do is to take advantage of the opportunity by activating the $2,200 VIP cards that we're going to give you. And everybody's going to get the same thing. And once you enroll, you enroll. Now, I have a code, and I hope that I can get through this process without having to apologize so many times, but I do have a code. Okay, now, again, make sure you visit what you see in the blue, white, the Good Life Global Philippines / the best blog lifestyle. You go there and you'll see what it means for you to have a business in the Philippines, why you living in Canada, or why you living in the Philippines, or why you living in some other country outside of the Philippines, or outside of America, or outside of Canada. If you're an American citizen and you're living in wherever, if you're a Canadian citizen and you live in wherever, you can now enroll your uh, persons that you give to in those for those countries wherever you are. So I'll get into that later. Now, this is the seriousness of this whole presentation, and what I want to talk about is you being an independent business owner and why you should get an understanding as an independent business owner of the new tax laws. In America in 2017, December the 22nd, the government changed the tax laws in America. We're no longer operating under the old tax law. We're in a brand new tax law starting January the 1st of 2018. And surprisingly, this company introduced a $2,000 VIP card giveaway in January the 1st of 2018. So two things took place on January the 1st. And some ones were saying, well, this is a bad thing. And it really, if you look at it, the law as being a bad thing, it really, because it took a whole lot of things from you. And at the same time, if you understand this independent business owner process, it gave you more than it took away. And that's how God is. It's more blessed to give than it is to receive. So what someone take from you, he'll give you something back as a result of what they took from you, and let that be a blessing. So what the law did was take away your certain itemized deductions. But at the same time, you can now, on the same day that the law took effect, use the law to bless you with even more than what the law took away. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the next few minutes. So let's buckle down and get ready with this. We're talking about this $2,000 VIP card that was introduced on January the 1st of 2018. It's a $2,000 VIP card. It's black, and it also has some things on it that we're going to not get into, but you need to have this. But you see the VIP code at the bottom, the TK000123. That's an example, but that code is what you need in order to activate this $2,000 VIP card. You didn't activate it, click the return button, and now your code is activated. I mean, your card is now activated, and it's a $2,000 value. And if you do the $200 card the same way, it's another $200 value. So we're talking about me giving you right now $2,200 if you make the call to get the codes. All right, that's really all you got to do. Now we're going to be talking about some other things that's going to take advantage of this process. Now remember I said, and we'll be introducing you that in just in a few minutes. Some of the things that the new law took away, the deductions, they took away our deductions, and there are basically two kinds of adjectives that we're talking about to increase your tax refund or decrease or increase your tax liability. And we're talking about deductions and or expenses. And sometimes they're used interchangeable, such as here. Your IBO, which stands for independent business owner, income tax deductions is also expenses. So what you're going to reduce your tax liability with are business expenses, which considered sometimes as a deduction. But an itemized deduction is what the government has taken away. We're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. So some of the deductions are no longer applicable, but yet and still, some of those deductions and now can be replaced with business expenses. And that's what we're going to be talking about. You see the various types of business expenses that you can have as an independent business owner with Good Life USA or Good Life USA Canada and Good Life USA Philippines. You can have various types of business expenses that you can have: contract labor, banking expenses. You can have office remodeling expenses. You can have bus and airline expenses. You can have printing and copying expenses, hotel exhaust expenses. You can have travel expenses. You can have all different kind of expenses: gasoline and fuel expenses, advertising expenses, automobile rental. All these different kind of expenses you can now have by conducting a business as an independent business owner with Good Life USA and Good Life USA Canada and Good Life USA Philippines. So all these things are now applicable for you, were not there prior to the taking away of the deductions in 2017, December the 22nd, 2017. The deductions left, and the new law don't have the deductions in it. Here are the products that we're talking about you having to give it away. So everywhere you go, I mean, every time you leave your abode, your home, make sure you have your products in your pocket and you give their products away. What are you giving away? $2,200 to you, whoever everybody you meet. So why are you going to leave point A to go to point B? Is to give away your product and your expenses that you incur. What we just talked about, some of the various kind of expenses. Your expenses that you incur as a result of going to give your product away are means of reducing your tax liability, because those expenses are then recorded on your income tax return, and those expenses are subtracted from your income that you produce, however you produce it as an earning, or whether you produce it as a passive, or whether you produce it as an investment income. These kind of products that you see here can be used to reduce your liability on the incomes, and the three kind of incomes I just named them, which is the investment income, the passive income, and the earned income. These products that you see can, once you uh, enroll as an independent business owner, these products that your independent business owner now produce are going to have a means to reduce your liability. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. Okay, here you are. The itemized deductions. This is the 2018 itemized deductions Schedule A, and the Schedule A is what was used to reduce your to record your itemized deductions. You still can use itemized deductions, just a limited amount that you can use. For instance, on your tax, if you're taxed on your earned income, or if you're taxed on your passive income, or if the tax you paid on your investment income was deductible, they are no longer deductible. There's a limit amount. And I know persons, and you know I know you, if you know who I am. You perhaps have sometimes 14, 15, 20, 30, $40,000 in tax alone on your itemized deductions that you can no longer have. $10,000 is your limit. So you see, you lost all those dollars above 10,000 in this new law. Okay, the same on the new law, your mortgage interest, for an example. You could have $40,000, $50,000 in mortgage interest. Yep, on one and maybe two loans on one house, or it could be two houses. Don't really know how many you got, but I'm saying is that your limited amount that you're going to be able to deduct as an itemized deduction is going to be 10,000. So you're going to lose a whole lot of money in just those two categories, and then all the other itemized deductions other than the charitable contribution, you don't have those at all. All that's completely eliminated. And that could be an astronomical amount of money. But the new law eliminated those, but at the same time, on the right side, and God say your right hand can save you. On the right side, you see the independent business owner, the same expenses that we just left. Those expenses can now replace what you've lost on your left side. So by the left side being a negative, it could have been, and negative is you. The plus side is the deductions that you can now, I'm sorry, the business expenses that you can now have to replace the deductions that you now lost. That's what I'm trying to say, and I think I'm going too fast. So I'm gonna try to slow down. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to underdo it at the same time. So now the Schedule C is used to report your business expenses, and on your business expenses, you can report your income as your business expenses, and there's different sections of the Schedule C. We're talking about part one here, where you include your income that you're going to have on your business. If your business have income, and now what you don't have to have income, because a business with no income is considered to be a hobby. So you want to enroll as an independent business owner, and you want to produce some income, and to produce the income is to give away the $2,200. And every time you give away the $2,200, and the individual that you give it to spends any amount of the $2,200, they can spend $2 and you would get back $1. So you get 50% about everything you give away. 50% of it comes back to you. So when you give the $2,200 away, if a person spend, let's say $1,000 of it, they're gonna send you back $500, and that would be your income that you would have made on your business. So you report to $500 on your Schedule C and all the other deductions. So now here are some of the deductions. Advertising, remember we talked about these things a while ago, your truck and car expenses, your contract labor that we was talking about a while ago, depreciation, your interest, and all these different kinds of deductions that you see that was listed a few minutes ago goes on your Schedule C, parts 2, parts 3, and part 4. Primarily parts 2 and part 4. So what we're talking about is now you having those deductions that you did not have, those deductions that you lost being replaced by the expenses. And both the deductions and the expenses both reduces your liability or increase your refund. That's what we're talking about. Here's part 3. You don't have part 3 in what I'm talking about with an independent business owner. Well, I guess you could have that. But anyway, I'm just giving you the concepts of you having the Schedule C parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. We're talking about you having all these expenses. Now, your parts of your Schedule C, Part 5, we're talking about those other expenses, and many of those other expenses are not listed in Part 1. So now your other expenses that were not listed in Part 1 of the Schedule C are now listed in Part 5 of the Schedule C, and we just showed you on 2 different slides the kinds of the business expenses that you can incur. So if get with yourself or your accountant, and you figure it out, and they will show you how the process works. Now, again, the 3 changes I've shown you, which is the $2,000 VIP card, the $200 VIP card. How are you going to get it? Simple. Pick up the phone right now. Make the phone call. Support staff will give you the activation code, and you will now have the $2,200 in hand and your business started. Why would you want to do this? For tax purposes and for paying less and getting more. That's what we're talking about. It's more blessed to give than it is to receive. So make sure that you use a good life that makes it possible to change the game that's already been changed. And when they passed the $2,000, the 200, when they passed the 2018 tax law, it really produced a whole lot of hardship for some people that they won't be able to see it until 2019, because they filed now their 2017 tax in the year 2018, but they won't file the 2018 tax until year 2019. And that's when the surprise is going to come, because all those persons who have those huge tax and those huge mortgages are going to now realize that they should have done something else during the year to start a business to take advantage of the deductions that they've lost with expenses. So make sure you call the number and get your ball started now before the game is too late. 301-328-1259. And let's talk, and let's exchange some gifts here. I'm going to give you the 2200, and then you're going to do the same. to get things started. Here's what happened. David Richards is my name. Good Life USA. I'm a Good Life USA IBO platinum. 24 hours a day. You can call this number, 301-331-1259, and get your activation code. And when you get the activation code, this is what your storefront really looks like. You have actually 21 benefits, and this is the benefit dashboard. You have on the top, you see the big blue button with the plane going around the world. That's the booking and travel. Excuse me. That's the booking and travel engine that books you for the hotels you see at the top. You see the cruises, you see the rental cars, the flights, the homes. You can rent homes, weeks, the marketplaces, your lifestyle, and the timeshare owners. You can all do business with this $2,000 VIP card and this $200 VIP card using this platform that you see here. This is a booking engine platform. And on the platform, I'm sure you can see all of these tabs. You can actually go to the Super Bowl. You can book all kind of sporting events. You have the shopping network. Yep, they see on there. You can shop, shop till you drop on your shopping network. You got your own personal assistant on this. You got a travel concierge. Anything you need is here. I mean, whatever it is you need is actually here in the palm of your hand. God said, "In your right hand can save you," and everything here is now in your right hand. Yep, we do have a phone app. We put it in your right hand. As I say, as opposed to having it on a computer or iPad, you can put it in the right hand. But what I'm saying is that here is your business. This is the business to replace the deductions that you've already lost. If you don't replace the deductions, that's now old and gone, because we're in a new law with new deductions, which are limited to $10,000 on taxes, $10,000 mortgage interest. If you don't replace that with expenses for running this kind of business, then I don't understand why you don't understand what I'm talking about. That's why I say pay attention to what we're talking about. And all we're talking about is giving you $2,200, and then you duplicate the process by giving it away to someone else. And every time you give it away, you're going to make $1,100. Yes, I did say every time you give away $2,200, you're going to make $1,100. And that process, you're going to take the $1,100 that you earn and try to make more. And that's going to create your business expenses. And your business expenses are tax deductible from your income tax. So make sure you come back to this slide over and over again and get an understanding of this particular slide here, because this slide here is where you shop online. You shop online. Right down under the shopping network, right above the shopping network, is your personal assistant to help you do whatever you want to do. Also, you got your concierge right there in the palm of your hand, which is for the shopping network. And up the top, when you click on that button that says book travel now, you can book travel. You can book hotels, over 950,000 hotels, cruise lines, all the major cruise lines in the world, all the rental car companies, all the airline flights. You can book flights. You can rent homes now. I'm talking about rent homes, vacation homes. You can work with timeshare. The lifestyle is completely different, but you got to choose to do that. You can't not do it if you have an understanding, and that's what I'm trying to get you to see now. Have an understanding, get an understanding, and you got all that what you need in order to take advantage. Here's the card. You can put anything on the card that you like to put on the card, and I'm showing you that here. On this card is what you want to put on the card, and I'm suggesting that this is my pictures. You see them on the card, and when I give the card away, it also tell you that to get the activation code right now, you must call, leaving your contact number for us to call you, so you can do it right now. Get a toll-free card at 301-328-1259. Call right now and we'll give you the activation code, and you're on your way. But also, all we're doing is giving it to you. We don't put this on no auto ship. We don't put it on no auto responder for you to. We don't do that. We don't notify you that way. We're gonna put this on this video, and it's up to you to take advantage of it. It's up to you to take advantage of the tax laws that's now been taken away, and replace those with something that you have in your hand now, which is a $2,000 VIP card. You notice now the front side of the card is black, but the back side of the card is white, and on the back side of the card it has the example of the VIP code. You see, TK0000123. That's the code that you need to activate. And when you call this number, we're going to give you that code for you to activate the $200 card and the $2,000 card. Now, you don't do that. Now, I'm telling you that you should do that. And the reason, those of you who know me, I'm going to send this information to you for you to start now to activate your process by upgrading your process to become a business to take advantage of the business activities that's affordable for you. Now, if you don't do that at the end of the year, you're going to have to be paying. I'm going to stop this now because I've been here for a long time, plus my phone is ringing. So I'll be with you in just a minute.